Hello, my fellow rebel hearts. I am here again for more cards. I am drawn to my surrender deck, which is a great deck when kind of dealing with, well, obviously surrendering. Surrendering is one of those things that can be very tricky, difficult. We don't always like the idea of surrender because we think it's like waving a white flag. But really, when it comes to the whole concept of surrendering is nothing more than allowing, just letting yourself fall into a space of allowing versus trying to force something. You know, instead of forcing something into being or anything like that, we allow it. We allow the universe, we allow God, whatever it is for you, to work on our behalf. Let's see here. All right. Well, this says surrender to rest and sleep. And so to prevent burnout, slow down. Honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. All right, so this was definitely one I did not know how to live. Allowing yourself to surrender to rest was just something that was so foreign to me. You know, I always had to be doing, always had to be going, always had to be getting in there and getting things done because, you know, that to-do list was a mile long, you know. And what happens, especially in today's world where we are just so fast-paced, everything is go, 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 now, we don't allow ourselves to pause. We don't allow ourselves to rest. And when we do that, we burn out. We burn out, we get tired, and then we have that, you know, nothing to give. And so allowing ourselves to say, you know, I need to slow down. I need to take a step back. I need to rest. It's okay if that load of laundry doesn't get done until tomorrow. It's okay if the dishes just get rinsed off and sit overnight. You know, there are so many little things that we can do in our day-to-day that will help us to kind of slow down, and it's just kind of learning what those things are for us. You know, it's different for each of us. You know, sometimes being able to, you know, with work, you know, going in and maybe there's just this meeting and you're not quite ready for it, to say, you know, hey, can I shift this around a little bit? Is that okay? You know, are you cool with that? Because I just need a little bit of time or whatever. And so with these cards, I'm going to look at, you know, ways that we can support that, ways that we can support ourselves in that rest, in allowing that space for rest and sleep. And so this card is coriander, and it says, I create my way. And so that's the true statement. The trigger statement is, this is the way it has always been done. How often do we live by, this is just how it is, this is how it's always been done, and I just got to keep rolling with it? But the truth is, we create our way. And it says, you are ready to fulfill your desires by thinking outside of the box. The path less traveled may be more fulfilling. And so with that, we are looking at, you know, kind of allowing that space to do things differently, allowing that space to say, okay, I don't have to keep doing it the way that it's always been done. I can look at different ways of going about this. I can figure out a new way. I can brainstorm, I can whatever. But when you allow yourself to step back out of that space of, this is how I have to do it, this is how it's always been done, then you actually allow your mind to relax and actually see opportunities that you didn't necessarily see before. And I surprise myself with this all the time. When I finally stop and I'm like, okay, you need to calm down, get out of your brain head, stop telling yourself this is how it has to be, then I allow that to come out. And that's when I get the most creative. That's when things start really coming out. And I'm like, oh, I could do this instead. And it's just amazing the relief that comes with that, which allows that rest, which allows that sort of relaxed state. And so this next card is invigorating. And the trigger statement is, why am I here? The truth is, I make a difference. And it says, you will have the motivation you need to express your light. Know that what you do today makes the world a better place. And so how I perceive this one here in regards to allowing ourselves to rest, not pushing ourselves to that burnout state, is knowing that we're here on purpose. We're here to live our happiness. We're here to live joy. We're here to be love. But when we get caught up in the grind and that hamster wheel or whatever, then we are asking that question, like, why am I here? What is the purpose of this? Why am I just on this, wash, rinse, repeat sort of cycle over and over, day in and day out? And when we are in that space, oh man, we burn out so easily. I worked in a career job for almost 12 years and corporate life, and I burned out multiple times a year. I mean, like physically, mentally, emotionally, I was done. I would have to take time off. I would have to step back because it was too much. I couldn't do it, and I wasn't taking care of me. And so when I learned how to step back, how to take care of me, to say I can do things differently, and be able to say that I'm here for a greater purpose than rolling on this hamster wheel, I was able to rest. I was able to rest in my mind, rest in my spirit, and allow my body to rest at night. Because when you're so pent up in your head and you're so pent up in all these things that you have to do and whatnot, you're not sleeping well. You lay in bed for hours on end because you just can't fall asleep because your mind is just going, and we don't want to do that. And so this last one is cinnamon. And it says, the trigger statement is, this is too good to be true. And the truth is, it can only get better. And so it says, allow yourself to experience more joy and love. Raise your resonance by swimming in the sweetness of life. And that is awesome, because when we start allowing ourselves the space to rest, when we allow that space or whatever, that opportunity for ourselves to do things differently, to step out, to realize that, yes, my purpose is happiness, my purpose is joy. There's a part of us too that can self-sabotage. There's that part of us that says, this is too good to be true. And then we start waiting for like the rug to pull out from under us, or for the other shoe to drop or whatever. And that's self-sabotaging. That's a self-sabotaging way of thinking. And so we need to be able to step back from that and realize that, you know what, this is good. And you know what, it can only get better. And so when we embrace that, when we embrace, one, our worthiness, our worth, and our value to rest, to rejuvenate, to take care of ourselves mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, then we step into that place of feeling like we're living on purpose, feeling like we are living in a way that is creating our path, that we are creating our life, we are creating our way forward. And it's magical, so get off the hamster wheel. Get off the hamster wheel. Allow yourself that space to recognize different ways to go about it, and love yourself through it. Know that you are here on purpose, and that purpose is joy, that purpose is happiness, and that is what you're here for. So let us not burn ourselves out, but take care of ourselves and give ourselves permission to rest, give ourselves permission to do things differently, and to recognize that we are worth it. Yeah. So hope you got some good stuff out of this, and thank you for watching, and I hope you have a truly wonderful, magical day. Bye.